When I tell you today has been the most Tuesday I've had in ever, I'm literally, I shot you not, I would genuinely rather have had double maths today at my old secondary school where day in, day out, I just wanted to die. I would rather have had that today than the Tuesday I've had. Well, I did have 7 fake chicken nuggets and some hummus and cucumber for lunch, but that was the highlight. That was the highlight, girls, because when I tell you today has been fucked, today has been so royally fucked, and I'm not even getting royally fucked. So where's the sense and the justice in that, right? Anyway, let me get into my Tuesday, but also let me tell you about the last couple of weeks, because obviously I didn't post a podcast last week because I was in the pits of hell, just absolutely not feeling even slightly good. Not even slightly good, not even slightly great, just slightly shit, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I really wasn't feeling my usual joyous self. Not that I ever do feel that joyous. I'm going to burp. Okay. Sorry. I did just have a Dr. Pepper, so I'm feeling a bit gassy, which is actually disgusting. I'm sorry I said that because I really don't like that word when people are, oh, I'm feeling a bit gassy. Keep it to yourself. Keep that to yourself. Like, you could say you're feeling a bit burpy, or if you're going to fart, be like, oh, I think I'm going to fart, and I'd be like, okay. I don't know what it is, because considering that my job is literally sucking up shit, when people talk about, like, I don't know, like, wet farts, I'm like, don't say that shit around me, bro. Like, I don't want to hear that. Anyway, I don't know, sorry. And, like, I don't even know. Is poo humour still a thing? I guess so. Puma. Rags it like a puma. Anyway, girls, I didn't post a podcast last week because I was feeling like shit. Also, hello, welcome back to Rough as Rats with me. I'm going to warn you, if this is the first podcast of mine that you're watching, I do want to apologise because I'm about to be moaning Maisie for the next however long, okay? Like, base knowledge, context, some lore. I hate Tuesdays. As the week goes, Tuesdays are the worst day of the week, no doubt about it. Even, like, I'm looking at my laptop right now, and in the top right hand corner, 5th of May, TUE. I don't like that. I like Monday, or Thursday, or even Wednesday. Tue, I hate that. 2 off. Sorry, that didn't even make any sense, but I hate Tuesdays. They've always been my least favourite day. They were always the day that I had the most tapped timetable at school. And then when I went to college on a Tuesday, I'd have one lesson at 8:45, and then I wouldn't have another lesson until like 1:40. So I used to have like a 4-hour break on a Tuesday, which just, or like 3 and a bit hour break on Tuesday, and I didn't live that close to my college. I lived like a half an hour drive away, with no traffic, that is, so I couldn't come home. I had to stay at college, and I was like, oh, I'll go to the library and I'll revise. Fuck off, will I never did that. I don't know why I used to say that. I would sit in the canteen and just annoy whoever I knew, because they say do what you're good at, and that was what I was good at. Anyway, Tuesdays have always been my least favourite day of the week, and today has been no exception. My curse of the bad Tuesdays actually kind of wore off for a bit, because every day was a bad day. Every day was a shitter. But recently I've been trying to, like, I don't even know, like, I posted a vlog, not my most recent vlog, but the vlog before that. I named it, it's called Trying My Best. Oh my god, all my vlogs are like my children, because I get to name them. And they're all just the iteration of another thing. Oh, week in my life. Busy week in my life. Week in the life breakup edition. Spend a weekend with me. Spend a busy weekend with me. Spend a few days with me. A couple days in my life. Anyway, you know, it's the same shit, different day. Literally, well, it's different shit for me because I'm literally sucking up people's shit. But last week, I posted a vlog saying about how I'm just trying my best at the moment, because I'm really not doing the best that I have been, because it feels like, and I'm gonna yawn now because apparently I'm tired of talking about it as well, but that doesn't stop me. I feel like I've been mourning my breakup in reverse, because when we first broke up I was like, I'm so happy, I'm so elated, like, I'm free, I can do what I want, like, life is lit, whatever, I'm goated, I'm up. Recently, I'm not up. I am down. And I'm down in the fucking dumps, let me tell you. I've not been feeling very good at all about myself, about my life, about pretty much anything and everything there is to do with like my being. So last week I couldn't even film one. And I also the main reason I didn't film a podcast last week was because I didn't know what to talk about, because I feel like I'd kind of run out of stuff. Like I did my agony aunt, which I really enjoyed. If I yawn again, yeah, I could feel it in my ears. Sorry. Yeah, I did my agony aunt, which I really, really enjoyed doing. I thought it was so much fun, whatever. But after that, I was kind of like, oh, I don't really know what to talk about, because I talk about the same thing lurky all the time, which is obviously just like what I'm doing and what I've been going through, and what, like, I say going through because I've been going through so much, but just like how I've been feeling. And I didn't really know, like, a week between episodes when not much has happened. Like, it's not as if my life is like crazy, like always in the sky, always jet setting, getting fucked or whatever. Like, I kind of just, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I didn't really have much to speak about. So I didn't post a podcast episode last week. I just posted like a little trailer. And so now I'm obviously back after, it'll be 2 weeks. And like, this is coming out the day after I'm filming it. But I just feel like, I don't even know, like, really, I've been feeling really rough. I keep yawning. I don't know why, because I literally, the way that I didn't yawn at all before I picked up this fucking camera and this microphone, and I'll get into it. But last night, so basically it's May now. May the 5th be with you and all the rest, right? So it's May, love May. May's great, because what's after May? June. What's June? Summer. What's summer? Hot. What's hot? My body when I sweat. I hate sweating, and we'll get into that as well. But I like May as a month. It's really nice, spring, summer vibes, whatever. And so I've been feeling pretty... Wait, where was I going with this? This was all about May. Oh, I know where I was going with this. Not yawning again. Stop. Oh my God, that seemed a bit... Oh my gosh, that seemed a bit intense, didn't it? Sorry, it's the only way I could stop myself. Speaking of stopping myself, the whole reason I got into May as a month is because this month I've set myself the goal of not picking my skin at all. Any day, every day, don't pick my skin. And I was doing really well. And the key word was doing really well, because on the 1st I didn't pick it, on the 2nd I didn't pick it, on the 3rd I didn't pick it, yesterday was the 4th, on the 4th, not only did I pick it, but I just did not stop. Don't stop till you get enough. Come on, went to see that film not long ago. Pretty good. It was like, yeah, I'll get into that. Sorry, I can't stay on one train of thought. I can't, one train of thought. Yeah, okay, awesome. Anyway, so I made a little calendar in my notebook so I could highlight each day that I didn't pick my skin. First didn't pick it, second didn't pick it, third didn't pick it. Yesterday I picked my skin because basically my skin's been looking great. Like, that's on God. It's been looking clearer, it's getting clearer, it's glowy. But I had like this kind of like sort of moustache of spots on my upper lip. And I was like, okay, why are you there? Poked and prodded at them. Popped them, just absolutely grimmo. Like, I know, disgusting. Like, I hate myself as well, but what can you do? And then I went to bed and I literally felt like such a failure, because I was like, my whole goal has been to not pick my skin, and you can't even do that. You're a fucking failure, flop freak. So I was like, okay, felt like shit, right? Woke up this morning feeling like a disappointment and feeling like a failure and feeling like a flop. And then I remembered my dream from last night. And my dream from last night was about my ex-boyfriend. And it was such a heavy dream. He basically came round to my house and we spoke about... Why am I yawning again? Did you not learn? Because she'll do it again. Anyway, I was speaking to him about the relationship. We were talking, and he was just like, he was being nice about it, I guess. I can't even really remember, but it was sort of like, we were laying next to each other and we were hugging, and I was literally like, what is going on? I don't want to get back together. And this is like the recurring thing in my dreams and whatever. I'll be like sad seeing him. I'm like, oh, should we get back together? No, not even one part of me wants that in real life, genuinely. And when I say I'm sad about the breakup, I'm more sad about like mourning the life I thought we were going to have together and mourning the person I thought he was, because, you know, he isn't that person, and he hadn't been that person for a very long time, and he couldn't be Olivia Dean, the man I need. So you know what I mean? And then he told me in the dream that in real life, when we broke up, I said to him that his friends will celebrate when we split up because they didn't like me. It was very obvious how they felt about the relationship, and I just knew it, right? So I was just like, oh, like tell your friends I said congratulations because, like, you know, they've won. What surprise, Troy? So I was like, you know, whatever, pass on my congratulations, let them know that I'm thinking of them, you know, happy for them, whatever. And he was like, no, of course they won't, da-da-da. And in the dream, he told me that he was annoyed that his friend had texted him being like, hey, when he said that the breakup was over, the breakup was done. Hello, the relationship was done. She was like, hey, like, thank God you don't have to deal with her anymore. Like, she was just being really nasty about me. And in the dream, he was like, I really wasn't happy when she said that. And it was so funny because in real life, like, the reason we sort of ended was because he would never defend me and he would never stick up for me. And when people were being very nasty about me, he would never defend me. And so in the dream, I literally thought to myself, wow, you haven't changed because you said you were annoyed, but you didn't do anything about it. And then I woke up and I was like, I think that's what really got to me. I was like, wow, like, you, even in my dreams, you're not the person that I thought you could be, or like the man that I deserve, which is someone that just defends me for like even if I'm in the wrong, like, you shouldn't let someone talk shit about me and like in a nasty, vicious manner because I'm your girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? It was horrible. And so I woke up and felt like shit. And then my friend messaged me. She sent me a voice note and she put, oh my God, I forgot to tell you. And she was basically telling me she was at work yesterday and her boss was like, can you go around and ask people who are visiting where she works if they can leave a review? She went, and then who did I see before me? And before she even said it, I knew what she was going to say. She saw my ex-boyfriend with his friends at her workplace, and she said to her friend who she was with, she was like, oh my God, that's my good friend's ex-boyfriend. Ew, I'm not asking him to leave a review. Ally. Where she works is a 10-minute drive from my house. So now I'm finding out that on Bank Holiday Monday, you were a 10-minute drive away from my house, frolicking about with your fucking mates, which I wasn't even going to speak about this because I thought, oh, it's so ridiculous. Like, why am I getting riled up by this? But I've had such a bad day that I actually, like, clinically I need to get it off of my chest because, girls, I fear that I'm going into psychosis every 3 days. I'll be like, oh, something so bad has happened that I feel like I'm being sent into psychosis, and then like a couple days later I'm like, oh, I've made it out. I'm telling you now, it's a sectioned girl summer. I can feel it in my bones, and now my fucking Casio is going off. Okay, whatever. I literally don't have the capacity to even acknowledge what's going on. Like, do you want to beep any louder? Do you? And now I've got the hiccups. It actually just don't stop till you get enough. I don't want to start. Anyway, so that pissed me off, right? That royally pissed me off because I was just like, why are you here? And then I was just like, oh, I wonder if he thought of me. But then I thought he probably hasn't, because why would he? You know, who cares, right? Me, I care. And then I see, okay, this is actually psychotic from me, perhaps, but I have him blocked on every form of social media. He blocked me on Spotify, I realised the other day, which made me LOL, because I don't think I blocked him on that. So he got the laugh there. Good on you, okay, whatever. But he's private on everything. So even if I wanted to stalk him, I couldn't, right? And so I was like, okay, whatever. Don't care. No, I don't care, but genuinely I don't care because I don't want to be able to stalk him. I don't want to see what he's up to, because at this point it's like, yeah, you're going to move on with your life and I'm going to move on with mine, and I hope you I really hope you get it and you don't live to regret it. I hope you get what you want, and I hope you find a nice girl who can deal with the bullshit that surrounds you better than I could. But it wasn't me, and that's fine. And you know what? Maybe you should be happy. Maybe that's something that I might want for you in the future, but right now I'm still really fucking angry. And what made it worse is that I was on my Letterboxd and I was looking at people I'd blocked, and I've blocked my ex-boyfriend. I don't know what blocking someone on Letterboxd does, but I know that I've blocked him, right? And I was looking at who I'd blocked. I've only blocked 2 people, him being one of them. And I clicked on his profile because I thought, yeah, let's torture myself. And the most recent thing he's watched, right? The most recent thing he's watched after he came to go to a place which I'm not going to disclose, not that far from my house. So you know that you're around my area, right? You do not come to my town. Then you've gone home and you've watched one of the films that's in my top 4 in Letterboxd, The Nice Guys. Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling, one of the best films of all time, and it's in my top 4 for a reason. I genuinely took Call Me By Your Name out of my top 4 so I could put that in. I love that film. That is mine and my best friend Lara's film. That is our film. No, I cannot watch that film with anybody else. I would feel like I was cheating on her. That is my film. So when we were together, he would say, oh, I need to watch The Nice Guys. And I would say to him, I love you, but I cannot watch that film with you because that is mine and Lara's film, right? That's just how it is. The same way I wouldn't watch our film with someone else, which he low genuinely did, but whatever. So I never watched it with him. He watched it yesterday because I'm thinking, did you watch that just because you chose it, or am I on the brain? Must be love on the brain. Not love, hate on the brain. Because how have I seen that you have logged The Nice Guys 3.5 stars? That is a 5-star film, no question, no doubt about it. Not even like in my mind is there even like no, there's not even like a doubt in my mind about if that film is 5 stars. That film is a 5-star film. There's no doubt about it. And now I'm pissed off. Oh yeah, I'm pissed. Get him banned. We don't do that here. 3.5 stars, right? So I'm thinking, okay, I'm really not happy about this. You finally watched it. Maybe, you know, I doubt that he did that out of like spite, but maybe he did. Maybe he's taken a lesson from me, and if he has, congratulations, you're evolving, whatever. That pissed me off. I'm talking to Lara on the phone about this while I'm cat sitting, because I'm cat sitting for the next couple days. Love my neighbours, love their cats, love their home, love to help, okay? Loves it. I'm talking to her about it. I come home. I call my dad. The lorry has been like getting some work done to it. It's finally back on the road. I say to him, I'm not coming. I literally cannot do it. I've not got it in me today. I come back home. I think to myself, when in doubt, sweat it out. Let's go to the gym, because newsflash, I've joined the gym, right? Whatever. Don't get all, you know, my cousin's friend, Cody. Shout out Cody. Well, no, not shout out Cody, because he said going to be a productive 2 weeks. And he was like, and then you're going to fall off the gym. He was like, but let this be your motivation to prove me wrong. I said, shut the fuck up. I said, what are you talking about, my motivation? All I want to do, get my body moving, maybe shift a couple pounds. I'm not looking for like a full body transformation. I'm not looking for Manjaro, and I'm not looking for a plastic surgeon. I'm just looking to feel a bit better about myself, get my body moving. You know how it be. I'm sick of aging like milk, right? So I think I'll go to the gym. I pull up. I go into the gym. I'm listening to music. I'm having fun. My gym playlist is fantastic. It's called Aging Like Milk by Maisie Fuller on Spotify if you wanna follow it, right? I've got Too Many Man on a loop for 30 minutes. I've got Skepta on a loop for 30 minutes in my ear to keep me going on this treadmill, right? I do 45 minutes incline walk. I turn around and think, do I brave going on the Stairmaster? No, because there's 3 people already on the 3 machines that they have. And also, I'm already pretty close to seeing God. I think I saw God last time I went to the gym. I'm not trying to see him again. That is a man that I don't want to see that much, right? Once in a blue moon is fine with me, right? I'm not about that. I'm not Mary, so keep me out of this, okay? I'm Maisie, bitch. Anyway. I'm in the gym, I go to Piddles after, and I get some bananas and I get some orange juice because I've been making a smoothie, yummy smoothie with some frozen fruit. But I've realised that I used to make a smoothie with purely frozen fruit and then just orange juice, and I used to have to add so much orange juice because the frozen fruit obviously like clogged up the smoothie maker. Whereas now I've just been using, because my smoothie's ingredient drop, frozen blueberries, frozen strawberries, banana, orange juice. Delicious. I'm not adding water to a smoothie. I'm not a fucking criminal, right? I'm not a nonce. And if you do, and it tastes nice, then I take it back. And you might not fondle children, but I just think it's a bit strange. Anyway, because water, bello, I'll drink that from my Awala, thanks very much. So I used to use frozen banana, whereas now I've been using fresh banana, or like not frozen. Fresh, yeah, hello. Frozen strawberries, frozen blueberries, orange juice. Works a lot better, great consistency. I'm enjoying it, I'm having a good time. I'm also shitting my brains out immediately after. Awesome. So I'm up in Lidl's, in Piddles. Oh my gosh. I literally started putting my flowers in a vase, cut open the packaging, and then I forgot to do the rest of it. What is actually wrong with me? Whatever. So anyway, I go to Piddles, I come home, I speak to my mum. Okay, this is where it goes so downhill. I start talking to my mum about cat sitting, about the gym, and I said to her, I was like, I just feel not great at the moment. Like, I think I needed to get out the house and just, do something. And I felt really good after going to the gym, I'll be honest, right? And I hate to say that because I'm not going to be a gym rat. I think I might try and go like once every other day. Once every other day. Yeah. So like, go, not go, go, not go. You know what I fucking mean. Anyway, I come home, I'm sat there talking to her, and she says to me, I can't remember exactly what she said, but she said something along the lines of Percy, our budgie, is sleeping a lot. And I said, oh. And she said, it's not a good sign. And I said, okay. When you say not a good sign, what do you mean by that? And she was like, he is quite old. And I was thinking, oh, you're soft launching his death. Okay. One thing to know about me, my biggest fear is death. That is what's kept me up at night for so many years. My anxiety is terrible around losing people, losing things, just death as a whole, as a construct. Can't fathom it, can't deal with it, just can't do it, right? So when she said that to me, inevitably just bawled my eyes out, and I just thought, question, when does it end? Because, what do you mean? She said, I need to take him to the vets. So I searched it, and on Reddit, someone said that, like, if they're sleeping a lot and their feathers are a bit, like, ruffled and whatever, then it's not a good sign. His feathers are really ruffled. He's sleeping a lot. He also keeps going on the floor of his cage, which he never used to do. And so now he needs to go to the vets to see if we need to have him put to sleep if he doesn't naturally die before then. Okay? When I tell you, you literally, like, no, not one part of me could have predicted that's what she was going to say to me. I'm so serious. I actually was like, what the funk are you talking about? I was so taken aback, shocked, angry, upset, just absolutely, like, I say angry. I'm not angry, I'm just sad because we've had Percy for 9 years. My mum used to work in a vet's, and someone came in and was like, I found this budgie outside Tesco just walking along. And my mum was like, are you mad? Like, he would have flown off. So we think that he owned the budgie, Percy, his full name, thank you very much, Percy Fuller. And he just didn't want him. So someone was like, does anyone want a budgie? My mum was like, yeah, I'll have a budgie. Brought him home. We've now had him for 9 years. So he's lived a long life, which 9 years is a long life for a budgie, right? But it obviously doesn't make it any easier. And like knowing that he's had a good life and that we love him, because we do, we all really love him. And budgies are so cute. They talk to, like, they're social animals and normally they're better in pairs, but we didn't want to introduce another one to him and then they not get along and then they like fight each other and like kill each other. So he has Murphy, who is our other parrot, and they talk to each other because their cages are next to each other. But he also has a mirror which he talks to in his mirror because he thinks it's his friend. And if I think about that too much, I will start crying, and I've already cried so unbelievably much today, so I really don't want to start crying again. But when I tell you, no, now I can feel the tears. I can't do it. When I tell you I love that budgie, I love him so bad. He's like the cutest thing. He's like all different shades of blue, and he has a little swing, and they're really great, like, little birds. I'm not going to say they're great pets because birds are a lot of upkeep, and I think people just get them without realizing how much effort you have to put into them. And I don't want to promote that to like some lazy old fucker who was not going to do anything for their bird, but he's been taken care of really well. My mum takes such good care of our animals, and like obviously having a pet is great because you're like, oh, a pet, a companion, and then they die. or you have to get ready for them to die, and you have to be like, oh, this is just awful, actually. I think I'd rather chop my own hands off. It's just, that just didn't help. And so I was like, okay, this is not awesome. So I had a shower, listened to a couple minutes by Olivia Dean, just considered maybe laying in the water until I don't know. I don't know what I considered doing. I just considered crying in the shower, I suppose. And my mum was going out because she needed to go and do some work. And she said to me, do you want to come with me? And I said, no, like, I need to film a podcast. This was hours ago, by the way. Bearing in mind, it's now 4:20. My best friend, let's not be silly, Lara's coming around at 5. And I told her at 3, I was like, oh, I need to film a podcast. So come around at 5 because it will take me about an hour. And I didn't start filming this podcast until 3:45. Because I was just pissing about doing I don't even fucking know what. That's what I was doing. I don't know what. Just, oh my God, I just actually just rile myself up so much. And I'll be sat there, like, actively thinking to myself, you're not doing anything. Like, you have stuff to do, go and do it. And then I'm just like, don't tell me what to do, no. And so my mum was going out, she went, do you want to come with me? And I was like, no, I'm okay. And she was like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have told you about Percy when you're already having a bad day. And I was like, no, it's okay. I was like, I think I'm just struggling a bit at the moment. And she goes to me, and I feel so guilty. She went, I know, but I don't like leaving you at home when you're having a bad day. And I said, I'm fine. She went, it scares me. She's traumatized from the one too many A&E trips I have caused on this family. Because there was a time where it was very constant. I was always up at A&E and they were like, girl, why have you tried to off yourself now? Like, is it your boyfriend? Is it that atrocious hair colour? What is it? And each time I would literally be laying there in the fucking, like, what they call gurneys. I was like, IDK, like, I just CBA. Ruffle, I CBA, like, I just can't be asked. That was it for so long, whereas now I'm like, nah, it's too much faff. Also, like, I'm grown. On the 19th of May, it's been 4 years since my last attempt at my life and the last time I self-harmed. So that is crazy. 4 years have gone by. It feels like a lot longer, but it also feels like a lot shorter as well. So that's just, is that an oxymoron? I don't even know. I am a moron. There's that. So, okay, cool. Glad we cleared that up. But that's crazy. 4 years of being, like, clean, and I'm going to get absolutely obliterated on holiday. No, I'm joking. I'm going to have a cocktail and maybe a drunk cigarette. It's just a cigarette and it cannot be that bad. I remember when that song was everywhere on TikTok, and it was the most annoying people, doing their little, like, cosplaying shit. And I don't mind that. I actually think it's quite impressive, but it was just the people doing it, and I was like, shut the fuck up. Every day on that damn ring light. Fuck off. Leave me be. The way I block people like there's no tomorrow. Every single time I see someone promoting an AI ad on TikTok, I block them. So my block list is crazy long. It's got all my ops, all the idiots, all the AI users, so idiots and ops, all there under one roof. Can of hot tin roof. Idiot under a fucking roof. Anyway. So yeah, I had a shower, I had my lunch, I got ready. And you know what's so funny is my makeup routine at the moment is eating down. I've been changing up some of the products and I look really good, which is just like, okay, kind of expected. But I look even better because I'm depressed. I'm telling you now, every single time I'm sad, my makeup will go really well. Unless I'm sad and I'm riding on the makeup going well, and then it will go terribly, and then I want to murder someone because I'm like, wow, you can't have a singular win, and no wins for you, Maisie FL, and no wins for you. That is how it feels. And then I finally got my shit together. I set up my room, I tidied it up, whatever. I'm thinking, cool, yeah, finally we're on a winning path. And then I sit down to start filming the podcast, and every single time I do it, I check that the audio is okay first, because sometimes it can sneak up on me and be shit. Like today, the audio, when I listened to it back, it kept jumping. So every few, like, seconds, it would jump over a word, and it would, like, I don't even know what the right word is. Like, it just sounded shit. So I was like, oh, awesome. Sorry, itchy ass. I was like, awesome. I thought, if this keeps doing it, I'm about to throw something at a wall and it might be my own body. It might be my own body. I had to restart my laptop. At this point as well, I'm on a time crunch. Lara's coming around soon. I need to be able to tidy everything up. I don't want to have to bring her into this absolute fucking pigsty. But here we are. Here the fuck we are. And I just, oh my God, guys, I just don't have it in me. And now this is what point we're up to. Tonight is bound to be better because I am spending it with Lara. We are getting a kebab. Thank you, God, for kebabs. Thank you, God, for kebabs. And we're going to watch a film at my neighbour's house and they've got this huge projector. And it's literally lit. Me, Tilly and Bella watched Vanderpump Rules on it last night. Oh my gosh. I started watching oh fuck. Is that still, sorry, I just pulled the interface. Hello. Me, when I say like technical terms, or like when someone comes to me for tech advice, I'm like, oh, I don't know. But no one comes to me for tech advice, so I don't know why I just lied about that. Actually, some people do. Well, when I say tech advice, someone will ask what camera I use. Let me be your Apple genius. Anyway, paint me like one of your Apple geniuses. Smiling through it all. Can't believe this is my life. Anyway, me, Tilly, Bella watched Vanderpump Rules because it's Bella's favourite TV show. Tilly said it's probably her favourite TV show as well, but she also loves Friends. You know what, Friends, I get it kind of because it is a comfort watch and we have HBO Max included in Sky, not to flex. So I've been watching Girls at the moment, which is just absolute brilliance. Like, loving that program down. I'm only like 7 or 8 episodes into season 1 and so far I think my favourite of the 4 girls is Shoshana because she is so funny and I just don't know who I am the most like. Maybe I'm a bit like Marnie. I'm definitely not Jessa and I don't think I'm Hannah. I don't want to be Hannah. Like, she's so complex. But she is really funny, like the one-liners she comes out with. That fruity little voice. Anyway. So I've been watching that, but Friends is on HBO Max as well. So is Euphoria, but I ain't watching that shit. That shit looks so bad. I only watched season 1 when it came out in 2020 and I did loads of makeup looks inspired by Euphoria on TikTok. Pretty sure they're still up. Don't go and watch them unless you want to actually eat your own shit with cringe. But yeah, I watched Vanderpump Rules last night and let me tell you something. I've never really understood the appeal of that sort of reality TV, like The Real Housewives. Like, I've never gone to watch it or ever felt like, yeah, this is something I want to watch. Watching Vanderpump Rules, oh my God. I'm literally on episode 4, so I'm not even that far in. Yeah, I kind of get it now. I do kind of get it because, oh my fucking God, the drama. That is exactly how it feels to work in a restaurant, but also exactly not how it feels because you're not in LA and you're not surrounded by these people that just seem absolutely awful. Like, Tilly was like, who's your favourite so far? And I was like, low-key, they're all so annoying and so mean. She said her favourite's Stassi. I couldn't even remember who my favourite was. Probably Lisa Vanderpump because she eats them all up. She's like, why are you crying? And they're like, my boyfriend. And she's like, don't want to know. She's like, if it's about work, I'll listen. If it's not, just like save it and just go and do your job. And I'm like, oh, the gag of it all. Anyway, literally in Gagchella, me right now. I was in Gagchella watching that. But I was saying to Tilly and Bella was playing Tomodachi Island and I was not getting served on Tomodachi Island. What is that about? Literally my me was like, oh, I guess I'll go eat at home. And it actually broke my heart. Like, why is people neglecting me? I don't like that. I don't like that one little bit. Anyway, I literally said to Tilly, I was like, that man, Jax, is like, I want a boyfriend like him for maybe like a month to a couple months. I don't want to be cheated on, obviously, but I want a man that I can just argue with. Because all of my boyfriends, apart from the one that used to literally hit me, they've all been quite like passive and just very like withdrawn and like they don't argue. Every time we've had an argument, it's been me arguing and telling them off and them just being like, sorry, even though they don't know what they're apologizing for. I want a boyfriend that will argue back. Like, my before bed scenario at the moment is just having a really shit boyfriend. Not even shit, like, he's like fine, but we just argue and then like he'll say nasty stuff to me and then I just eat him up and then he's like, please, like, come on, don't be like that. And I'm like, oh, fuck you, bitch. Like, and then Tilly was like, you'd be so good on Vanderpump Rules then. She was like, you and Jax would just go argument for argument. And I said, yeah, please Genuinely, like, I love to just eat someone up in an argument, because the thing is with me is I've always been like a chihuahua. I'm fucking relentless, and I don't know if I'm more of a chihuahua or more of like a pit bull, because a pit bull, like, they just shred you to pieces like quite quickly, whereas a chihuahua, it's like slow burn of yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping until you're like, I physically can't do this anymore, I want to kick that dog in the head. I think that's more what I'm like, and I will not leave things alone. This is why I'm not very good in a relationship with someone that like probably actively hates me, because when I am saying my points to you, which are valid, which are clear, and I'm communicating how I'm feeling, and you're not even going to have the audacity or the respect to do that back, I'm going to keep bringing things up, and I'm going to keep talking about it until you physically feel like you can't take anymore. And that's when I say, okay, I hear you. You can't take anymore. I respect that. Wait, no, I don't. Let me bring it up again. And also, like, I cannot let sleeping dogs lie. Like, I will bring up things from arguments like 3 years ago if I need to. Like, I have an arsenal. The way I have no memory of like things day to day, but I can remember every single thing that someone's done that's wronged me, and I will never let that go. And that's because I don't forgive, and I most certainly do not forget. People, oh, forgive and forget. Oh, I forgive, but I never forget. I'd never forgive and I never forget. And how about that? Because it's not happening. It's just simply not happening. So I've been enjoying Vanderpump Rules. What else have I been watching at the moment? Obviously, I watched the new Michael Jackson film, which was good. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I think I rated it 4. Or did I rate it 3.5? I think I rated it 4. Jafar Jackson was absolutely incredible, and so was the actor who played young Michael Jackson. You were breaking my heart. Coleman Domingo, oh my gosh, he lost himself in that role, because I love Coleman Domingo, but him playing, what's his name, Joe Jackson, piece of shit. I kept thinking, when do you die? Because I know that he's dead now, and I know that sounds really mean, and people, oh, you shouldn't celebrate someone's death. I didn't celebrate his death, okay? I didn't even fucking know that much about him. But in the film, I was like, when are you either gonna shut the fuck up or eat shit and die? Like, just genuinely shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your bitch ass mouth. But I did enjoy it. I love Michael Jackson's music. Obviously, there is so much to say about him, and I'm not going to get into that because I just don't have it in me to talk about that right now, because, like, genuinely, what am I going to add to that conversation? It's the way that people will be like, oh, are they going to cover the... This is the thing about the Michael Jackson film. Everyone was like, oh, are they going to cover the allegations? Are they going to cover this? Are they going to cover that? When you found out that his nephew was playing him, did you think they were going to cover the allegations? Ask a stupid question, get a stupid answer. The answer is no, obviously not. Also, people being like, he needs to be held responsible, he needs to be accountable for his actions. I hate to tell you this, my good friend, my good sis, he is dead. He's dead. Doesn't make anything that someone does all right? Any form of abuse, any form of sexual assault, anything, okay? Not just by Michael Jackson, but by anyone. Doesn't make it okay, but also people are bringing it up about the film as if he can do anything about it. He is deceased. You know what I mean? So I obviously, I think I watched the Neverland documentary. I'm getting into it when I said I wouldn't, but like, I don't know. I think there was a lot going on there. Obviously, he faced a lot of abuse in his childhood, and like, fame from such a young age is going to make anyone a very corrupt and broken person. Again, not saying that if he did do anything with people or children, or well, people and children are the same thing. Children are people after all. But you know, I'm not saying that makes it okay. I'm just saying that, like, I feel like there's so much you don't know, and everything is like, oh, it's just their side of the story. It's just their side of the story. Yeah, that's fucking Hollywood, isn't it? That's films, that's documentaries, that's TV shows. Like, that's what they do. They're not going to make something that's 100% truthful, because it won't be very interesting. They're always going to fabricate things. There's always going to be lies. There's always going to be things that are left out. This is not me at all saying that anyone that's come forward with a story about him is lying or not telling the truth. I'm just saying that there's always more to the story that you don't understand. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like I went to see the film because I like his music. I think he is a very, very talented musician, and I do think a lot of his life story is very sad, and there are parts of it that I'll never understand, not justifying abuse at all. And oh my god, actually don't even piss me off. Like, I don't think anyone listening to this or anyone that actually watches me or follows me will think that that's what I'm implying. But if you are going to be some dickhead about it, like, I do not, like, no, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just going to say that it was a good film, and Jafar Jackson was fantastic, and I think he should start writing that speech now, because he deserves a nomination for that performance, because it was absolutely insane. His voice, the CGI monkey though, Bubbles, ooh, don't piss me off. DPMO, don't piss me off. What was that? For real, what was that? I also went to see The Devil Wears Prada 2, which, okay, about to be a hater, didn't love that much. Awkward. Everyone seemed to love it. Everyone seemed to think it was like amazing, like just as good as the original. Some people were saying if not better. I just wondered if we're being so serious right now. You're telling me that you think The Devil Wears Prada 2 is better than The Devil Wears Prada 1. Meryl Streep is wearing Skechers in a scene in The Devil Wears Prada 2. That is not The Devil Wears Prada. The devil doesn't wear Skechers, okay? Maybe an evil woman you know does, but not the devil herself. Like, no. No. I thought that, I don't know, I thought the storyline was interesting enough, but I also didn't care. The random subplot of her romance with that Australian realtor, or like, what was he, like an interior designer? I don't even know. And I don't even care. That's the other part of it. I don't even care, because it was just so random, and I just didn't really like it that much. I thought they were all good. I thought the performances were great. There was some really just random cameos in there. Also, the scene where they were like, John Legend, we can't get him. And so they're like, okay, we'll call in Lady Gaga instead. Why didn't you just ask Lady Gaga first? I know that she had her beef with Miranda, but come on now. John Legend over Gaga. Talk about legends, we're talking about Gaga. Sorry, John. Like, no. I rated it 3. I thought it was like fine. I don't think it was bad as such, but I just thought it was not anywhere as good as the original. Also, like, the look of it, nowhere as good as the original. I don't know, like, you can't have an opening scene to Suddenly I See and think that I'm going to favour the second one. Like, let's be very serious about it. Just no. Anything else that's been happening in the last few weeks? I did actually write some stuff down. Let me just... Oh, I wrote hummus, cucumber, orange juice, bananas. Already got that. Joined the gym. Spoke about. Playing... Oh, this morning I played a game of pool against myself at my neighbour's house, and I lost. And I potted the black ball, and I was actually annoyed, which I think is another sign that things aren't well in my brain. So yeah. Being alone. Oh, just scared of being alone, classic. Just absolutely just wreaking havoc on my brain at the moment. Herpes. Oh yeah, I had a fucking Actimel the other day, and I was drinking it I was vlogging, and then when I took it away from my mouth, I was like, oh, what was that? And then I had these like bumps on my lip. Not even bumps, they just kind of looked like white dots, and I was like, oh, this Actimel just gave me herpes. No, they're just bumps. I don't have herpes. I had that STD test, and all the results came back clear. Speaking of results coming back clear and not ending my life because of them, the other day I went to the toilet and I thought to myself, right, why am I getting discharged the same sort of like consistency and colour as when I was pregnant way back when? I was thinking, what is that? What is that about? And so I thought to myself, I've taken a morning after pill and I've had 2 periods this month, but there is a chance that the morning after pill hasn't worked and that I am pregnant. And I thought, and if that is what I'm facing here, I fear there may never be a vlog 300, because I fear I may die. I can't do this again. So I had a pregnancy test. I pissed on it. There was nowhere near enough piss because I just pissed. So I was like, right, go piss, girl. I can't. So stop telling me what to do. So I stopped at the chemist and I got another pregnancy test, £8. Disgusting. And I'm at work and I'm basically in this sort of shed, Portaloo shack thing. And I piss like there's no tomorrow because I downed a whole bottle of Awala. And when I tell you that was the longest, 3 minutes of my life waiting for the results. It was the longest 3 minutes of my life. And I had it in a video. It's in my recent vlog if you want to see it. And I'm literally stood there and I'm like, please don't upset me. Please don't piss me off. I'm not pregnant, okay? Thank God. Because I just thought, I can't do this. And I'm going on holiday in just under 2 weeks now. I say just under 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks yesterday. Lol. I'm going on holiday. And the last time I went on holiday, well, I went last year, but the time before that, I found out I was pregnant and then I went on holiday like straight after. So I thought, if this is history repeating itself as a cruel little trick, then I will be going back to Pure Gym so I can see God again and ask him what the fuck he's doing. Because why are you doing this to me? But luckily, that's not the case. I am still going on holiday. It's my first solo holiday. I'm really excited, but I'm also genuinely a bit nervous because I'm just like, oh my gosh, all on my own. I think it's more like, not even like the emotional side of being on my own, it's like the physical side. I'm just like, wow, I'm all on my own. But it'll be fun because I'm going to go to the beach. I might go on a walk. I'm going to eat so much bread and alioli. I'm going to drink so much Fanta orange. I'm hopefully not going to get any sunburn. But there is literally no guarantee about that because I burn so easily, which is not lit. Like, it's really not lit at all, but I can't help that. It's my beautiful, pale, basically iridescent, translucent, transparent skin that I have. I'm so white. And I'm not even spicy white. I've said about this before. Lemon and herb at Nando's, girls. Oh my gosh. I actually do think I could eat a Nando's every day. Like, genuinely every day. I just love it. I love it so much. I went to a bottomless brunch the other day for my friend T's birthday, which was so much fun. It was so loud in there though. Oh my god. Actually, I'm going to leave you with this, right? Okay, imagine this. We're in this like bottomless brunch bar in Clapham, which I'm already terrified. Clapham scares me, okay? Last time we went to one, it was in Ealing. So I would prefer Clapham to Ealing because I have extremely bad memories there. But anyway, we're in Clapham. And they say for the first hour of the brunch, catch up with your friends, talk about what's been going on. And the second hour, you have fun, you party. When he's saying catch up, have fun, there is music so loud, I feel like I'm living in the speaker. That's how loud the music was. And then this man starts talking about rules and regulations. R&Rs, right? Not rest and relaxation, rules and regulations, okay? My year of rules and regulations. Okay, and I'm thinking, what are these rules and regulations like? And who are you to tell me what to do, right? And he goes, rule 1. Have a good time. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this fucking cornball. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And I thought rule 2, I was so convinced it would be follow me on Instagram. And I was going to say, if that was it, I probably would out of respect for him making that a rule. But he said rule 2, no excuses. Have you heard of consent? What the fuck are you talking about? If I don't want to have a good time, I won't. And I felt like saying to him, where? Rule 3, follow me on Instagram. And I'm not talking about you, Mr. DJ. I'm talking about me. There was a salsa dancer. She had the best ass I've ever seen, like, in person. Her ass was great. I literally thought, put me in that outfit. It's going straight down. 2D. 2-dimensional. I'm falling in the toilet. Like, her ass was fantastic. And then they did, like, a conga line, and I joined it. And I saw the video of me after, and I thought, wow. Ironing board. Nothing there at the back. At the front, wowzer. You could feed a village of 5,000 with these. At the back... yikes. And I'll leave you that. Actually, no, my bum isn't that bad. It just depends what trousers I'm wearing. If the trousers aren't flattering around the bum area, you're not even going to know I have one. You're going to think I just don't shit because there's nothing for it to come out of. No bum. No arse whatsoever. I would like a bigger bum, but I also just can't commit to trying to get one. I saw at the gym today this machine called, I actually don't even want to say this out loud, the BOOTY builder. I don't want to say it. Like, I can't. I went to say it then and I just couldn't. And I thought to myself, yeah, I'll sit on that. But then I thought my legs are going to be jelly by the time I'm done with this incline walk. This incline walk is going to kill me off. And then I went shopping yesterday on Bank Holiday Monday to get a new strapless bra, thank you God. And the walk up the hill from the car park, I said, I literally went to the gym yesterday. Today's supposed to be rest day. And you're doing this to me. Why is everywhere so hilly? And this is the girl that wanted to go on a hike. I actually matched with this guy on Hinge because I re-downloaded Hinge because, yes, I hate myself and I don't want to talk about it. But he seemed really interested. We were going to go on a hike as a date. And I was like, yeah, this sounds really fun because I've always wanted to go on a hike. And then I texted him, oi, dickhead. And he said, you can't say things like that, Maisie. And then I never heard from him again. So maybe he was actually offended by me calling him dickhead. But if that's the case, like I said this in my vlog, you are not the person I'm supposed to be with. You're not even the person I'm supposed to spend a night with, because how can I not call you dickhead as a term of endearment? That's basically me calling you like, hello, my liege. You know, that's a term of endearment for me. And you're getting upset about it. Get alive. But I literally thought to myself when I climbed up that hill yesterday, which was literally like not even that long, which, sorry, if you're listening to this audibly, I just put my arm up, so the length of my arm, and I've got a pretty lengthy wingspan, but like it's not even that long. I literally thought to myself, and I wanted to go on a hike. Probably best I didn't. I'd sweat off all my makeup. Oh my god, take her swimming for the first date. No, take her on a hike. Bitch, you're going to see an awful side to me. You're going to see undiagnosed asthma and the need for an inhaler, and I'm not talking about the band. But I wouldn't mind that either. Woof. And anyway, on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you because Lara will be here any minute, and then we need to order a kebab, and then we need to watch The Nice Guys, and we need to rate it 5 stars, which it rightfully deserves. Okay? I just need this Tuesday to end. I think I'm gonna die in this Tuesday. Okay, bye!